Good morning, everyone. I'm Kermit Duncan. I'm Region President, and on behalf of the North Central Region Executive Committee, which consists of Travis Miller, President-elect, Elias Saltz, Treasurer, Pam Jurgensen, Secretary, and Andrea Zawatny, Institute Director, and the region directors and chapter presidents from our 19 chapters in the North Central Region. And I'd like to welcome you to our 2021 Region Conference held virtually this year. Similar to our in-person conferences, there's been a lot of work by a lot of people behind the scenes, especially our conference committee and our programs committee, to help assure that you have an enlightening and enjoyable educational experience. And hopefully we have some networking experiences to kind of overcome some of our social isolation that we've had over the past year. Our conference committee consisted of George Everdeen, Steve Gantner, and Laura Derrick. The programs committee was Kim Deals, Dick Tillman, Steve Gantner, and George Everdeen. The past year has been, a challenge for everyone in our home lives, in our work lives, and social lives. But the region and your chapter leadership have worked hard over the past year to help provide educational and networking programs over the course of the year using different formats, virtual, some in person, but ways to help continue adding benefit to your CSI membership. And I hope that you were able to take advantage of many of those programs. One of the advantages of doing virtual meetings over the past year is that the nation is wide open. Your geographical location doesn't really matter. There'll probably be people attending our conference this year across the nation because all you have to do is have an internet connection and you're able to fully be involved in that process. So I hope you're taking advantage of both being in this conference and looking around the nation at all the other programs that are available to you. Some of the programs that CSI has offered over the course of the year to help improve the benefit of being a CSI member. One has been a dynamic chapter program. And for those who have taken advantage of it, you already know the benefits, but I would encourage others to take a look at that too. Those are advertised on the CSI website, but they are very informative. One of the things a couple of the topics that have been talked about in those sessions have been both, you're aware that there are certification changes that are happening this year. Members and non-members that have CDT certificates, prior with certificates, has now been moved to a certification and requires renewal. So even if you have some of the other certifications, you're still required to renew your CDT certification or you will lose it if you don't do it during the course in time. And there will be two, the simplest thing is to check under your name, check your status on your dashboard. You'll be able to find out when your certifications are up for renewal. So please take a look at that. CSI has also offered and issued new practice guides and really kind of changed the way we've kind of described them in the past. The two practice guides that are out and available right now is the Project Delivery Practice Guide, which basically handles everything from concept to construction. And then there's the Construction Contract Administration Practice Guide, which is an overview of contract documents and ways of administering a construction project. Please take a look at those and those that are in training or doing trainings for your membership. I'm sure you're probably already aware of those things, but there's a lot of things going on the CSI website to be able to take advantage of. One of the things I mentioned earlier about looking at events across the country. This conference and other conferences, once they're listed either with your chapter or in your region, they're also available on the on the CSI website, the Institute website, for others to see and to join in if they choose. One of the other programs that the region offered this year, understanding that there was the potential for members to basically lose their ability to pay for their membership due to loss of jobs or transitions in that way. And I think we all understand that in CSI, if you have a break in your membership, you basically start over as a new member. Your past years don't count. And we didn't want to see anyone going through that type of deal. We did offer a grant program, and those that needed to take advantage of it did, and we were able to support that. And I believe there are some chapters that have also done their own program. Our program, the region program, only covered the national dues as part of that grant program. But some of the chapters were able to do something with their chapter dues and local dues to also assist those members. So one of the things I'm happy to say is that our membership hasn't wavered too much during the course of this pandemic. And I do believe everybody's having the feeling that, as the vaccinations have rolled out, that things are on the upswing. I know we're certainly looking at being able to get together in person in the upcoming years, and that will certainly be the case. One thing I want to just mention, because we've had these virtual events, but also recognizing a couple of other members in our region. In 2020, our own treasurer, Elias Saltz, was elevated to fellowship. And even though there was a celebration in our last virtual get-together, we're going to keep that ball in the air until we can properly celebrate his elevation to fellowship in person at our next live event. So, Elias, get ready. It's going to be it'll be a long evening, I'm sure. And then secondly, I want to congratulate Jared Mann, who has been elected Institute Director at Large. So he's Institute Director covering the entire nation across all the regions. And Jared is from the Flint Hills chapter and one of our past region presidents. Just quickly here, moving on, that we have future conferences coming up. Next year, 2022, we have scheduled a bi-region conference with the Southwest region, and it is scheduled for April 27th through 30th of 2022. And if you don't have time to write that down, no worries. Go to the region website, and it is listed on that. And then in 2023, because of our, all of the delays and changes that we had from our past year, 2023 will be the region conference at the Flint Hills chapter in Lawrence, Kansas. And those dates have been set now. And keep an eye out for them, but it will be May 3rd to May 6th, 2023. And then lastly, we have in 2024, where this is just being developed, but we're looking at hosting a region conference at the Red River Valley chapter in Fargo, North Dakota. And that will be kind of a Northwest District region conference, in that the two other chapters in the northern regions will be joining in to help host that region conference, both the Twin Ports chapter in Duluth and the Minneapolis-St. Paul chapter. So we're looking for some great get-togethers over the next couple of years. That's all that I have for now. I think Dick Tillman from the Flint Hills chapter is coming up next, but welcome. I hope you enjoy the conference, and look forward to seeing some of you in some of the social outlets. Thank you.